Good morning, everybody. Today's Thursday, April 2nd, and this is the pre-market analysis for QOL Trading. If you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell over there so you can get future notifications for videos that I put out. Aside from the pre-market analysis every morning at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, I do put out occasional videos over the weekend for the market ahead review and some other educational videos along the way. Also, hit that thumbs up button and like this video. So let's get into the economic data today. Also, announcements. Just remember, there is no, the markets are closed tomorrow for Good Friday. So just remember that if you think you're going to take positions into tomorrow, make sure that you're flat going into tomorrow. And also make sure that you go to our website at QOLTrading.com and subscribe to the website so you can get get on the email list for the newsletter that we've been putting out. We've put out 2 newsletters on Sundays. Also, go down and join the Discord link. And in the Discord link, we are creating a poll to do Q&A actually on Sundays, and we're trying to figure out a time slot. So I want to have a few Q&A sessions, and hour long for people to come pick my brain and participate. And that's how you actually build a trading community. And that's how people get smarter. You don't even know what kind of questions you have unless other people are asking them. Anyways, let's get into it. Unemployment claims 202,000 down from expected 212,000. Trade balance down 57.3 billion. I think these numbers may be positive for the marketplace. We have some FOMs. We have some Fed speak at 9:15, and then at 11:45, and then I don't see anything after that. And even though the markets are closed, there are some numbers coming out tomorrow. So don't. It's not going to do anything for us because we're not going to be able to trade it. So this is going to be it for the week. So let's get into it. Obviously, everybody's aware of Trump speaking yesterday, and the markets did not really like his body language. However, they are liking these numbers right now. So let's get into what we've been covering. Let's start with Brent crude. Spiked yesterday evening off of the speech that Trump made, and I think it was pretty much saying that the war is coming close to an end in Iran. However, if they don't negotiate a deal, that more bombing and even troops on the ground are not out of the question. So very elevated right now. This 109 level is a big level for Brent. And then you want to get this thing down, where we were below, before the president spoke yesterday, below $100 a barrel would be nice. We could take a look at, and by the way, Brent is for Europe, and then if we get over the crude, that's for the United States. So that's very elevated right now. It's $110.67 a barrel. It's seems like it's picking up steam right now. So that's not going to be good. That's inflationary for us here domestically. But he did say that short-term gas prices for us on the retail side are going to be impacted here short term, and then they should come back down to some decent levels that we can all handle here. Let's go into the VIX. The VIX should be elevated. Created another gap up though. You can see these gaps. We still have a gap down from the 30th that it needs to get filled. So I would anticipate the VIX popping up here to this $30.35 area, and then hopefully getting some resistance and then pulling back down. It's good that we've got a gap down lower here as well. These are the only gaps that are open right now. So we have this gap up from the 30th, and now we have a gap up that's forming right now from this morning. You can just see that these gap ups, they come and fill. We had a little tiny, yesterday morning, we had a little gap down, that filled, and now we popped above it, obviously, from the speech from yesterday. So let's get into the ES. Again, if you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel, hit that thumbs up button, like this video. and then go down in the description and join our Discord community for, we still have some live trading going on at 9:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern time. So come on and join us there while it is free. The ES tried to pop up and get above this 20-day and the 200-day moving average yesterday, failed. And so now here we are, still doing that stair step up and then pulling back down. I did say yesterday I did not think we were out of the woodworks yet. However, I do think that we're getting close to a bottom. The buyers are definitely starting to step up right now. So I would say today, this is a fair value gap right here. Those of you that don't know what a fair value gap is, it's when you have a big spike and then market comes back down for the next candle here and doesn't quite come back down and touch the previous candle. So this area in here, let me make this bigger here so we can see. So this area here becomes the fair value gap right now. So between here and here, between this 65.17, 64, and 64.90, 450 becomes a fair value gap. So if you're trading this today, I'm not sure if we're in it right now. Yeah, we're kind of in it right now. So this could be some support area right here. If you lose this 64.50 level, let me just highlight this so it could be a little clearer now. I'll just extend this, go out there, boom. Okay. So we're in this fair value gap area right now. And I like a fair value gap when it's done, when it's created during regular hours. I don't like a fair value, like there's a fair value gap here, but it's after hours. I like it when it's trading, when a fair value gap is created during hours. It has more validity to it, right? So you can see it's already responding here right now. So I would say if you're trading the ES, not a bad level here to go long, and you have your stop. You could see your risk reward real quick here. Your stop is going to be right below here. So I don't mind this level here. So I'd like us to, potentially push up higher. If you do push up higher, you can see us maybe rejecting at 65.88, 77 level. But if you do get above that, then you can push into that 66.39, 85, which is 20-day moving average. If you do lose this 64.90, 64.94 and a half level, I think you come back down here to this point of control level that was closed and at 64, 64.27. Below that, you have a point of control at 64.22.53, and that was closed as well. So I had to put filled on both of these, but I do like these levels. That's why I left them up there. If you lose at 64.22.53, you have 63.71.25. That's a low from September of last year. I like that for support. So we'll get over that. That's pretty much it on the ES for today. Let's get over to the SPY. The SPY is going to look very similar as the ES. Same thing on the SPY. You have this fair value gap. I'm just going to mark the lower end of it because that's where we're at right now, probably. So we're right here. So I would say 642.63 is a decent level if you hold this. I'm going to actually, I'll just make this bigger here for today so we just know where that level is. Yeah. And I may as well go here and do that as well. And so we'll remove that, and then we'll go here, and we'll make this bigger here. So we know where this fair value gap is, right in here right now, right? So I like this level here. If you lose 642.63, you come down here to 641, which is the Monday pre-market low, and then below that, you have 639.50, which is a previous point of control level from March 27th. Below that, you have 634.92, which is September's monthly low. I like to see that for support also. Now on the upside here, if you do push higher here, I don't mind this August of 2025 high for resistance 649.50. If you can push through that, I would say you're going to get some resistance into this monthly low from October of last year, sitting right here at 652.95. And that's pretty much those levels here today. If you get through that 655.24, we'll give you some resistance as well. It was a point of control from yesterday, even though it's not open. It's a pretty heavy volume there, pretty heavy volume node that was trading yesterday though. So you do have some support levels coming in down here for today. So keep an eye on those. Also remember that there is no trading again for tomorrow, right? NASDAQ, let's get into the NASDAQ. NASDAQ, same thing, tried working our way towards the 20-day yesterday. Moving average couldn't get through there. I would say the same thing on the NASDAQ. I'm pretty sure we're going to have very similar. You've got the same thing as far as a fair value gap right here. I'm just going to extend it, make it nice and easy for everybody to read. Boom. There's your fair value gap. We're in it right now. So I would say if you lose this 25,368.98, fair value gap is going to be broken, and you're going to lose that. 23,505 is going to be your next line of support, which is a September 25th low from last year. Below that, you have a 23,351.17, which is a previously closed point of control level. I do like that level for support. On the upside, if you could break this 23,904.50, which is a low from November of 21st last year, this is I like this if you can get above that, because it's a break in structure of the market, the downside of the market here. So you have fair value gaps not only on the downside, you have them on the not only on the upside, but you have them on the downside as well. So I would mark this as a fair value gap also if it was in regular trading hours, right? I would like this a lot, but it happened in after hours, so I'm not using it. You could technically mark that as a fair value gap, which means that if the market pops up to this would be a level of resistance. I like this level of resistance anyways at 24,041.75. It's a high from July of last year, and then above that you have 24,084.44, which is a point of control level from March 26th of last week. Those are our levels right there. We could very well be trading within a range today too, because I think the market pretty much sold off yesterday after the speech, and it's kind of priced in. I do think that we are, I don't think we're out of the woodworks yet, but I do think that we're getting close to I think it's bottoming out right now. So we're getting close. We may have a little sell-off, which may not be bad, but I think that it's all pretty much priced into the marketplace right now. That's just in my opinion. Again, you have to do your own homework. This is all educational purposes, right? So let's get over to the Qs, then we'll move on to Tesla, and we will call it a week. Qs, pretty similar on the Qs. Same thing. We're going to mark this fair value gap here. Boom, boom. Extend it up. Boom, boom, boom. Call it a day. Here we are in this fair value gap right here. I would say if you lose this 568.05, you come down to this 563.55 level. This is a point of control from the 27th. That was filled. If I can learn how to spell filled. These kind of little things bother me when I do things incorrectly, so I have to fix them on the spot here. So anyways, so right now we are at some support levels here right now. I don't mind this, because the market did not plow through them. So, this may not be a bad level to think about support. You have your risk reward here, right? So if you take your longs here, you know where your stop is going to be. Just be disciplined on it. Take your longs, and maybe you can ride your long back up into this high. 578.84, right? That could be a decent level. Problem is you've got this July high, 574.83, so you're kind of caught in between this range right here. So not a bad level to take a long. You've got this pre-market low also you're fighting with right now also. So kind of a tough situation for the Qs, but not a bad area to take a long here with your stop loss just below this 568.05. So that's pretty much it for the Qs. Let's get over to Tesla. Again, if you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel, hit that thumbs up button, like this video. Go down into the description and join our Discord community for updates regarding our website, regarding a new application coming out, and regarding trading that we do from 9:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern time. Tesla, same thing on Tesla, getting some downside here. Same thing here. Here's your fair value gap on Tesla. I marked it orange. Let me mark it green for us to make it nice and easy for everybody. Oh, that's a nasty green there, but we'll see what we can do with that. But just for argument's sake here, that is our green, and we'll lighten it up here for everybody. Okay. So here's our fair value gap for Tesla. If we do pull back, I actually like this 368.33 to 367.71 level. This is a break in structure that we had here in the market right here that I said that you popped through it and then you held. And that was from the 27th. Also, you did break above this May of 2025 high last year. So if we do pull back in this level, I do like this for a long, not a bad area to take a long here for Tesla. One thing about Tesla that's bothering me a little bit is that we still have this open point of control sitting down here at 333.78. I really wish that would have filled already, because then I really would have been comfortable with taking these longs back into the 20 and the back in the 20-day moving average sitting at 386.11, and then above that into the 200 sitting up there at 396.91. Positive on a positive note, you do have a lot of open point of control sitting above us. In these point of controls, you have one sitting at 388.90. You've got one sitting at 397.89. And once you get above there, then you're moving above the 20-day moving average. Then you move above the 200-day moving average sitting at 396.76. The 20 sitting at 386.11. And then if you can get above that, then you've got the 50 sitting up there at 404.90. And then why is that relevant? Then you've got the 100-day sitting at 423.55. And then above that, then we start having some juice. We have a 455.12 open point of control from January of this year, and then 478.39, which is open from December of last year. So the good news is we only have one point of control open that left down here in this 434 or 333, 334 area, and then hopefully we can get moving back. Start getting back into the bull range here. So, but right now, still kind of channeling. Nothing too exciting at this point right now. If you look at it, it's big up, down, big step, like a heartbeat with Tesla right now. So we're not really getting that big, everybody on board bull rush here, right? It's still respecting these moving averages. We're still below these moving averages. So as far as long term goes, you can't think long until you start regaining these moving averages. So right now, everything is still a pop and fade. Market moves up, look for a place to sell. Doesn't mean you can't go long during the day, right? There's plenty of moves to go longer in a day. I mean, look at this whole week, right? This whole week was straight up, right? But if you look at it, if you fan out a little bit and you look at an hour chart, we're still moving down here, right? This is from March 11th. So since March 11th, it was $416, and it just keeps slowly but surely creeping down. Tells you it wants to start to move it up, and then it just stair stepping down, right? So just right now, we're still on a downward trend. So just be careful on, getting too long, but do have to be careful with the news coming out right now. But I think that the body language that we received last night with Trump is that he is just bracing everybody that there still could be some more war and even potential boots on the ground. And I think that's why the market kind of sold off last night. So as far as what we're going to do today, because the markets are closed today, there is an expiration date for today, 4/2/26. I'm going to start out with the 370 calls. You can see that they closed at $12.55, but the market's down about $9 from the close. So these are going to open up probably in the $3 range. And then I have the 370 put. So I have the same strike prices, but one's a call, one's a put. And then they're both expiring for today. So these puts right here that were at $1.18 because the market came down about $9. I expect these both these premium prices to open up probably in the similar dollar amount, right? So probably I would say low threes, maybe high twos, and then we'll see wherever the market opens up, and then I'll make an adjustment. And then if these premiums start moving too volatile, I'll just switch to a Monday expiration date to buy a little more time on the premiums. But what I found is I'm still toying back and forth from trading the same day expiration to buying a day or two expiration, because when you trade the same day, you definitely have more liquidity getting in and out of your trades, but the trade-off is your premium prices are more volatile, right? But if you trade a strike price that gives you a day or two in expiration, you don't have liquidity and you're trying to get out of a trade, and it just seems like it's sitting there like a couple seconds longer than you'd like. But anyways, if you look at the 5-minute opening range trade, 5-minute opening range trade yesterday, it gave you, everything you needed. You had the 5-minute range was 379.11 was the high, and you broke it, and you got yourself, if you got that high, got about $4 on the move. You got a nice significant move at about 950, right? So what we've been noticing is you're getting a lot of choppiness up until, maybe an hour after the market opens. You get a decent move the first 5 minutes, and then you start getting these wicks, and these wicks are what eat you up alive. And if you're trading zero days of expiration, which is the same day expiration, these premiums will eat you up alive. These kind of wicks, the premium price will fluctuate 20, 30 cents in one little wick. So you got to be careful doing that. Lower your lot size if you're trading 0DT. You can see I'm going to start out with a 3 lot, right? And it's not a big lot size. But if you're trading, so basically if the premium price is trading at call it $1, a 3 lot cost me $300 I'm risking, right? But if I add on to it, which I scale into my trades, and I add another 3 lot, 300 is 600, and then another 3 lot is 900, right? And so on. So anyways, that's going to be it for today. Again, if you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel, hit that thumbs up button, like this video, go down in the description, join our Discord community, and then also go to our website, QOLTrading.com, and join our mailing list for our newsletter that we put out on Sundays. We have already put out 2 editions, and we will put out a 3rd one that's coming on Sunday. And pretty much it's a market review of the past week and what to look forward on the week ahead. If I don't see you in the trading room at 9:30 a.m. Eastern time today, have a great weekend, and happy Easter, everybody.